Hi guys. Uh, Good afternoon, you guys in London. And of course, Tiago. Good morning, right?
Yeah, morning.
Good morning, Tiago. Uh, First, I got to say welcome to Spurs Region TV, right? Good evening to all you guys in Asia. Good afternoon, all you guys in Europe, and of course, good morning to all you guys in Americas, right? North and South, and especially Canada, right? Not Brian will say, why you keep missing out Canada, right? Uh, Tiago first, right? Tiago, bad storm last night over your place.
Yeah, it was actually very surprising because it was sunny all day, no clouds in the sky. Then I was in the showers. I looked through the window. It was getting really, really dark, and suddenly it started raining. The wind was crazy, and we had houses destroyed. My house had some damage. We lost some furniture. We lost some food that we had stocked here. Some other houses were completely destroyed because trees fell over, cars were destroyed. So we're still trying to see the whole damage here in my hometown, but the most important thing is that everyone is safe. No human loss, so that's the most
Mm-hmm.
important right now.
Yep, that's good. That's good. Right. I guess that's what I call global warming, right? Be
Yeah,
prepared for it nowadays. Yeah, that's going to happen a lot. Before we continue, just say a big shout out to Dr. J. Carl. Big up to him. All right. All right. So let's get back to Spurs. Uh, 19 days, no signings. Right. And Yesterday, Brian Daigle was at Hotspur Way protesting and listening to the videos that he made, right? While after they pulled down the banners and they were shutting down, Levy and Hitchin conveniently leaves.
yeah,
Yeah, that means he's aware, guys. He's aware there's someone out there protesting. So, but we still have got no signings. Oh, let's hope he makes one soon. Let's hope he makes one soon. Right. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what do you think? 19 days? Been through it before?
Oh, definitely been through it for many years, haven't we? So not expecting much, and if it does happen, it'd be on the last day.
Hmm, hmm. That's what he usually does, right? He does tricks to us. No, I think his trick is what he does is he starves us, right? Then at the end of the day, when he gives us that little bit of breadcrumbs, we'll go, ooh, we're so happy. Oh, oh dear. I know. And Tiago, you're a young Spurs fan, so you have to go through it a lot. But hopefully we can do something and make it change, right? And you guys will have a
yeah,
better I call
Better
we can
tomorrow.
see better tomorrow. Yeah, better tomorrow. That sounds some. You do know, better tomorrow is and classic Cantonese movie, right? It's about gangsters. Yeah, you guys should go and check it out. Better tomorrow. Yeah, and it was starred by let me can't remember the actor's name. Very famous. He's done some Hollywood movies too. Right. Okay. And Tiago, any updates? Any breaking news that who are we interested in? Who are we going to sign? Or anything like that?
um, I mean, I think the news has been pretty much the same from yesterday. I haven't seen any big update today. I saw that I think it was Fabrizio Romano who said yesterday that Adama wants to come to Spurs because of Conte and because of how Conte works with the wingbacks. Of course, there were news earlier this week that Wolves might give the green light for him to join. They signed a new winger this week. But I think the biggest bit of news I saw was late night yesterday that AC Milan are interested in loaning Jeffet Tanganga.
Mm.
But still, Spurs are reluctant to say yes. Paratici will give the final answer um, on Monday, but it's the same. Nothing has really changed. We're still in that thing, going for a Dama, trying a low one. Um, not I don't know how not paying the 20 million pounds is something that we should be paying easily for a club our size, and we still need so much more to come. We need center backs, we need central midfielders, we need a backup striker, we need more players, and is worrying that 19 days have gone, 12 days left, and still no business.
That's true. That's true. Arthur,
Yo,
I'm sure you are very familiar with the pre-Levy days, right?
yeah.
Did we used to do business like this?
No, things have changed.
I mean, we didn't have the January window before, did we?
Yeah, and we used to do our business
Oh, yeah.
a bit more quietly. Now we've gone from being noisy to very secretive. There are some deals in the offing, I understand. Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, during the like I say in the 70s, 80s, 90s, right? The transfer window was practically open all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the days. Yeah. You could sign anyone anytime.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't
right.
do that now, of course.
Yeah.
Tied it all down to between this and between that time, and but there's a lot more things going on behind the scenes than any of us really know at the moment. So
I hope so.
when I went with Kim, we took the coffee and the thermal socks and gloves and the bacon rolls to Brian. There were so many cars coming and going. There's things going on there, but of course we won't know what they are.
Right.
Not until they decide to put them in the media.
That's fair. That's fair.
If it was quiet, I would be worrying. But there's so much movement, so much going on. People that I wouldn't put down as actual members of the Spurs Football Club were coming and going as well. So it could be anything. Could be deals, could be agents, could be all sorts of things.
True. That means when you were there sending the backup stuff for Brian Daigle, that means the cars going in and out, you guys don't recognize the people in the vehicles, right? You won't see the people like the players or or the tea lady. Yeah, but that's good. That's good. At least there's movement, right? And let me just give a big shout out to Tony K. And, Arthur, keeping our hopes up. Yeah, Tony's listening to you. Yeah, you're keeping our hopes up. Nah, but maybe that's just the normal traffic going in and out, right? It could be the maintenance guy, right? Gardener.
But the quality of some of the vehicles that were coming and going, and they weren't Spurs staff, that tells me things are going on. Right? I'm not saying things are happening, but things are going on. And no doubt we'll find out at a later date.
Yeah, but I guess being a Spurs fan, we have to wait. Right? We've been waiting. I've been waiting 20 over years, to tell you the truth. 20 over years, right? For us to see us win the league, right? To be actually active. I mean, being a Spurs fan for 40 over years. But waiting that, when you're very young, the time you don't have expectations of things like that, focus is different. But as you grow older, being a Spurs fan, you tend to focus more on why aren't we winning something? Why aren't we winning anything? Why are we still here? Right? When's the last time we won the Division 1 or the Premier League? The top of the league kind of scenario. So we're still not there, but we're still waiting. But what Arthur is saying is true, right? The quality of the vehicles coming in and out can tell that the people moving in and out are of different level of of business deals there. Most probably it's not the common or local staff going in and out doing their jobs, but it gives us hope. It gives us hope, right? Like Tony's saying, right? Right. Yeah. But need it right now. Yeah, we do. We do really need that right now. But hard to say. Maybe a few more days of protest by Brian Daigle, then we'll see some results coming out. Right? Maybe quicker results.
If you think about it, guys, he's got to do something because his neck is firmly and squarely on the block. You've got Daigle there on every day he can get there with his signs out and everything. And it's a thorn in Levy's side. And Levy doesn't like to have thorns sticking in him and people accusing him of things. He's gonna come up with something.
Yeah, he will react. That's what he always does. He will react. he will react.
It will be before the end of the month, but whether it'll be what we want is another thing. But he'll do something.
Mhm.
He needs to.
But yeah,
I
he
feel
needs to.
sure of that.
Mhm. But guys, do you think that Antonio Conte really wants Traore? Or it's just one of the things the clubs has been actually pursuing for the past 1.5 seasons, right? If I'm not mistaken, something like that. That he's been always been an interest to Spurs for some time now, right?
Well, he
Or
actually scored the other day, didn't he, Traore?
yeah, that's why I said it'll cost.
Spurs is gonna-
He's gonna cost us another £5 million, right? And Levy's magic number is £5 million. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Let me bring on a guest. Let me see who is this. Yeah.
Hey.
What's up,
Hey.
people?
Hey,
Hey, good afternoon, Brian.
Sorry,
Yeah.
how we doing, people? We all right?
Yeah, good.
Yep,
thanks.
yep, we're doing well.
Good. I've been listening. I've just got out of the shower. One thing I'll let you know, Arthur, what you were saying. First of all, Arthur, how you feeling? You feeling better?
yeah, but I still feel there's something going on. I don't know if it's still COVID or whether I've caught bloody cold on top. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I wish you a speedy recovery. The one thing I will say about the cars coming in, there was a lot of activity, but what I will say is the time that Arthur came was around 9:30 when everyone has to get for training for 10. So everyone was coming in, and then a lot of the cars, and we noticed a lot of it, and I looked into it and I forgot we still got it. Spurs have a car dealership sponsorship, funnily enough, with Audi. So there are billions of company cars. It's like, I'll give you an exclusive, or it's not an exclusive because I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday, Tanguy and Dembele and Steven Bergwijn came in separate cars. Tanguy was driving an Audi, probably a sponsored one, and he left with Bergwijn in Bergwijn's car and left his Audi at the club. So, not saying that definitely means, or we've put 2 and 2 together and makes 5, but don't get me wrong, throughout the day there's always a lot of activity, or I'm led to believe, but there were a lot of coming and goings, and one of them was a certain car that we noticed that drove around the block 6 times to see if we were still there. And then when we left, a certain car appeared. Shocking that.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Yeah,
I heard, mate. You honestly, if you've been in Nick's car with me, my blood was raging. My blood was boiling. It was beyond belief. But before we talk Tottenham, more importantly, Thiago, how's everything with you and your family after the storms in Brazil?
Me and my family were alright. We had some damage in the house. We're also trying to help people around the neighborhood. My house didn't have that much damage. Some people lost their houses, like 100% total damage. So we're trying to help them. But me and my family were okay. We're safe. And
Well, that's the most important thing.
You guys won't believe, but right now there is not one single cloud in the sky. Like the sky is completely blue. It doesn't even look like there's a storm coming. It's
Thiago,
crazy.
I live in Canada now, and there's a T-shirt that says Canada, the only place you can get frostbite and sunburn in the same day. So yeah, I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah, we have a warning for another storm today, but so far looking at the sky doesn't look like it's coming. But it's summer, so it can always happen at any time, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. So many people already lost so much.
Yeah, well, I'm currently, the reason I haven't got my camera is I just jumped out of the shower because I'm waiting a couple of people to come, and then we're off to Leicester for tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you're going away for the away match, right?
I'm going with Vivian and Grandpa. Yeah.
Oh, Grandpa's going too. That's cool.
He's going to, man. I haven't seen him since I've been back, and it's the first time I'll see him since I love that man. Whenever I see him, it's the biggest hug. He's the nicest guy. And I'm more excited about having a car journey with him than watching the performance, in all honesty.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. Thiago, my experience, right? I mean, we come from tropical countries, right? When the hotter it gets, right, it's the storm is always stronger. That's why the heat is the problem. You see, that's the heat is the problem. So I just had thunderstorms in Malaysia too, right? So that's why never be fooled. When the hotter it gets, the stronger storm.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
And What time are you leaving London, Brian?
I've got Graham getting here shortly. He's getting a bus, and then we're going to go to the cafe and get a nice big fry up. Because I was speaking to Kim about maybe going for a fry up today, and I can't get fry up out of my head. So I'm going to have a fry up, and then I think Simeon's getting to me for about 3 o'clock. But when Graham gets here and my doorbell goes, I'm going to have to go. But that's going to be in about a half hour, 40 minutes time. So we should be. So
what's the fry up?
A fry up, English breakfast.
Ah, okay.
A full English. A nice bit of kosher bacon, sausage, egg, beans, hash browns, mushrooms, bubble, black pudding, you name it. If it can be fried, I'm having it.
Oh, okay, that's why it's called a fry up. Okay, good morning, Cody. Good morning.
Cody,
Hi, Cody.
Yeah, Cody's getting ready for work now, right? I remember the last time he came on. Remember what he did? Just for 5 minutes, 5 seconds, right? Yes, Cody. I know what you did. We all know what you did.
What did he do? I don't know. What did he do?
Oh,
Cody does?
Okay, we had Chelsea guest on, right? So he hopped on for 5 minutes just to say the F word to Chelsea.
You know
5
what?
seconds.
That sounds like the Cody I know and love dearly.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, I keep saying it. I take blessing that I'm the only YouTuber that's actually met him face to face. I don't take blessing that I'm the only one. I take blessing that it is me, because that guy is a goddamn walking, talking legend. I love that man. I absolutely love that man.
Yeah, there it goes again. Right, big up Derek, big up. All right, Derek Hutchinson, staunch supporter of the Spurs Vision TV. And Brian, I mean, since you most probably you'll be going soon to the match he's on camera. Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm dressed now, so I can actually reveal myself.
Yep. Let me see. Okay, this is okay. Mrs. Daigle isn't around. All right.
His ritual after the band.
Mrs. Daigle may call me very shortly.
Yep, you're Mrs. Yep. Okay.
I'm still
how's she doing?
Bits and pieces ready.
Yeah. And how's Mrs. Daigle doing? She okay?
Mrs.
All good?
Daigle is good. I mean, first of all, I don't know how Cody is, because on 2 days ago, where are we? Wednesday, Monday, Toronto had 40 centimeters of snow in one hit, and Canada called it straight back at you, Cody, brother. Canada even called it a snow day. So for Canada to call it a snow day is something pretty special. But she's good. She's working hard. She knows that I'm here for a bit longer. She's thankfully, the one thing I will say about her is I have the most understanding, incredible woman as a wife. You never know. And she let me fly back straight here to be with Kim, and obviously to be here for Bob and Tammy, and to help Arthur and Iris with Kim and everything, the ongoings. So she let me fly to England for 6 weeks. Let me extend it by a week, fly back to Canada, just to fly back here, to have extended it twice, just to make sure I could do what I was going to say I was going to do. Let's face it, I've already said to her that when she gets home for the next year, anything she wants to do, I'm going to do it. Anything she wants, because I owe her quite a bit. But thankfully, she's seen the growth in the channel. She's seen this is something we're pursuing, and obviously we want to make it as big as possible. So she's very, very supportive, and I'm very, very lucky.
That's good. Big up to Lena. All right. Okay. Leicester. Shall we talk about Leicester? There's some news about their players not being fully fit. And
no. I can let you know from the BBC, because I had this sent to me. So it's amazing how this happens, isn't it? Let me give you from Brendan Rodgers' own mouth. Dewsbury Hall, Luke Thomas, Sionchu, Patson Daka, Babu Samare, Ayoze Perez, and James Justin are all available to face Spurs from Brendan Rodgers. Whether they play is another thing. But that injury list of 11 or 12 players just shrunk by half, amazingly.
Normal.
Is Madsen available for Leicester or no? I
don't know if he was on that list to begin with, in all honesty. I've been so busy, Thiago, as you can imagine, doing everything I'm doing. I literally, if it's not happening outside the Spurs training ground yesterday, 1 sec. Ryan, I'll call you back, brother. I'll call you back. I'm just in the middle of something. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so unless it happened outside the training ground, I'm oblivious to anything that happened in the world. Armageddon could have happened, and if it didn't happen out of the training ground, I wouldn't have known about it.
Mhm.
I saw people were saying was Iheanacho, Ndidi, Amarte, and there was another player, I forgot the name. They are in the African Cup of Nations. Jamie Vardy is out. Johnny Evans was also set out. Ryan Bertrand, Ricardo Pereira, Castagne, and two other players I can't remember. So they don't have their right backs. They don't have their two best strikers. They don't have three of their. Oh, Fofana, of course, is out because of that injury. So they don't have two or three center backs as well. They're quite decimated for this game, but
Yeah. But hold on, guys. Let me bring on a special guest. All right, hold on. And the special guest is my co-host, Jamie.
Yes, I just wonder why he said special guest. I mean, like, am I that lapsadaisical? You know.
No. Oh no, we're just saying. We're just going through the Leicester lineup. So it seems to be room. I mean, the players that Rogers named there.
Breaking news, not Tottenham related, but kind of Tottenham related. Newcastle have approached United over Jesse Lingard.
Yeah. I
So,
thought you said
that's right. We're still waiting. We're thinking we might, maybe. And I've just got to say before we talk about Leicester, isn't it brilliant that Tottenham have hired a scout today? On January the 19th, we hire a scout. On the 19th of a month, where the scouts work building up to it, is where you base your targets on. We hire a scout on the 19th of January.
Yeah, but is it a football scout or dib, dob?
Oh, mate, Jamie, it's literally got to the point now. I mean, we have a man that goes to the Bahamas in January, and now we hire scouts in January. It's brilliant.
Why are we hiring scouts in January?
Yeah, but most of the players that we've been interested in, we're interested. Then suddenly another club's talking to them. Always happens.
No, that's Spurs.
Yeah, what was it? Was it one of the Bangalore Spurs guys gave us a nickname? No, not Vibe.
Oh,
the one that had the birthday a couple of months ago. Shadrach. Sanskar. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave us FC. Interested FC. Yeah.
Yeah, we've always been interested. We are always interested, but that's what I'm saying. This transfer window, right? We haven't been seen to be interested in anyone, right? Apart from one or two players, maybe Jesse Lingard. We were supposedly, right, being interested in him. But now,
better to say allegedly, otherwise they'll hold us to it. And that's what League is thinking.
Okay, allegedly.
But you said you was interested. Allegedly.
We start a new song for that, right? Come with the words. No, but we're coming back to this again. Round and round in circles, coming back to square one, right? Transfer windows.
That's circles, then, is it? If you're coming back to the square one.
Well, that's what it's Prime Levy. We'll go round in circles back to square one. Yeah, that's Prime Levy talk.
Yeah, that's Prime Levy talk. You know, you go around in circles and you come back to square one, right?
Or he's just trying to make us dizzy so we don't know whether we're coming or going.
No, Jamie. It's like what they say with the pizza. Well, I get a pizza in a square box that's circular that comes in triangles that has a round circle in the middle of it.
Ah.
Okay. You're trying to confuse me again.
Yeah.
No, okay. Brian, you're saying we're hiring a scout. Why are we hiring a scout now? Don't we have scouts already? Or did we just found out that we got lousy scouts?
No, because we previously we'd had brownies and we realized that it was the wrong one. No,
apparently, I don't know if I'm right, but apparently, and I do mean apparently, we can sign players this month. That's the idea I've got from the rest of the footballing world.
Yeah, but it seems to be 11th hour. 11th hour on the last day. So, as per usual.
As they say, some things never change.
Yeah, it's always the same excuse. Oh, we don't have money. Oh, business in January.
We don't have time. We've left it too late again.
Yeah.
Mate, I'll tell you one thing. If it's the 11th hour on the 31st of January, there's going to be some fun when Sky Sports say, let's go over to White Hart Lane or Tottenham Hotspur Way and see what's happening. Because trust me, Chris, are you going to come to any?
I can't make it. I'm working, unfortunately.
We're going to be there non-match day. We'll be there Saturday. So if you're off Saturday, and obviously next weekend because of international break, then if you can, pop down because I'll be there for sure. Yeah, but if it gets to 11 o'clock, sorry, 10 o'clock with 1 hour to go on the 31st, and we're still in this situation, yeah, I think they might permanently be on a White Hart Lane, Hotspur Way.
Did you guys see? Look how amazing it is. We cannot get players if we don't have Champions League football. Luis Suarez is interested in joining Villa in the summer after his contract is up with Atletico Madrid.
So
I've been told you can't. Big players won't go to clubs in January. Apparently.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Tired of this excuse. It's the same thing always. It's the same thing. Like, oh, we cannot get big players. We don't have Champions League. Friggin' Aston Villa, who today are like a mid-table.
Tiago, you've been hanging around us too long. You're starting to sound very English.
No. The other thing is
just keep saying the word Fajweda, and you won't get brought up to the dark side.
No, I need to know what that means first.
I thought Fajweda was a Brazilian dish with beans and pork.
Feijoada.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Feijoada. I mispronounced it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
now I'm hungry.
I am too. I haven't had dinner tonight, and it's 9:27.
Okay, I've had my dinner. Right. Dr. J. Call. Does anyone remember the transfer that never happened because the facts didn't go through at the time? Yeah. Remember that one too. Yeah. And Cody
Wasn't
says
it Spurs though? Wasn't it? De Gea
we
or
ruined
something to Real Madrid. Like for 30 minutes, they didn't get the
who?
De Gea.
Oh no, we're not talking about the head. Those days we're talking about facts.
Yes.
Arthur, do me a favour. Is Kim with you?
No, she's upstairs.
Okay, I'll call her. I've just got a voice note from. Yeah, I'll give her a quick call. We've just. I might as well say it on here. Tammy's just had a call from the hospital and said, "Has anyone dropped food round for Bobby?" And she's like, "Well, I know I haven't." And she goes, "Well, I know Brian hasn't, and I'm sure Kim hasn't, but apparently someone's dropped food round for Bobby." Did Kim drop food round?
Not as far as I'm aware.
So that's probably food for the wrong person. Let me just speak to Kim 1 sec.
Yep. Did Levy drop food to Bobby?
No, it'd be better if it was Antonio Conte. Then it'd be a nice tagliatelle or something.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was allowed because of the state he's in. I didn't think it was allowed.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is that he can eat now.
No, he can't.
He can't eat, right? So who's dropping food?
So someone's dropped it off to someone else.
Yeah.
Or some random person has known that Bobby's in the hospital and said, "Hey, Kim."
Yep. Okay. Well, let Brian settle that with Kim, and let's see what's happening there. Let's get back to Spurs, right? Or we can talk about other things, right? Like the Marvel movie. Has anybody watched Spider-Man yet?
No, I've only just watched Shang-Chi.
Okay, you watched Shang-Chi.
Oh, you guys have to watch No Way Home. I swear to God, I went to the movies the first day. I cried during the movie.
Okay, Tiago.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. Don't worry. I'm just saying.
You might be so excited that you let something slip. The only thing I know for certain is it's not the end of the story arc, and that's all I want to know at the moment.
Yeah. Derek Hutchinson is saying players do not want to sign for the club run by Levy. Yeah. There could be you're onto something, right? Levy being Levy, he'll make an offer for a quality player in the 25th hour, the last day of the window. Yeah. Big up Wayne. Thanks for your support, Wayne. All right, Wayne Bonner is a big supporter of all the streams, right? Yep.
Yeah.
And
Kim didn't drop the food off. God knows, that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe you got to call back the hospital. Let them
Well, if
know
he
there's a
can't,
mistake there.
if he's not allowed to eat, that's a missed steak. So,
Oh Jesus! But Jamie.
oh, laughter's a good medicine. It's supposed to be anyway.
If you say something funny, you might laugh.
Look at Chris Agian getting used to the mic drops now. Get in there, Chris.
Oh, I didn't mean it.
Oh, Chris. Nah. No. Okay. Leicester game. What about our team? Do you think we'll be putting out a strong team? Is Romero ready? Any news?
I mean, what I can tell you is Romero was training yesterday. We didn't see him come in, but we did see him go out. He left in the same car as the Celso, and he was just head down on his phone, but he was there. We were very concerned at one point because we didn't see Kane come in at all, and we were very, very concerned because apparently we were hearing Kane might have COVID, and we're like, oh, here we go. But thankfully, later on yesterday evening, someone sent me a picture. He was there, but apparently Kane doesn't always go in the front entrance. There's a back entrance to the training ground, and sometimes Kane goes through that way. And also, we got there at 8:15, so there's nothing to say he didn't get there before.
Mr. Akambar, I did mean the joke, but it was meant in pure innocence.
But the one thing I will say team news wise, or that I think team news wise, is Sergio Reguilon. I don't think he's anywhere near the first team because he left the training ground pissed. And I do mean pissed as something. I mean, there's been rumours coming out he's got a hamstring strains, but he did not look happy when he was leaving the training ground.
So we're talking angry, not lick it up.
Yeah, in case he would have been behind the wheel, Jay.
Oh, he was driving. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
All right. But okay, that means that, I mean, if Reggie doesn't play, Sessegnon should be his cover, right?
Unless he's injured and we're playing Matt Doherty here left.
Oh,
God.
Romero is out though. Was a tweet from Spurs 15 minutes ago. Conte saying for sure, I think after the international break he'll be available for us. So I don't think Romero is still fit to play.
Okay, that means our back three will still be
Dyer, Davies, no, Sanchez, Davies, and
Tanganga.
or Joe Roden.
Oh, Joe Roden. Oh dear. Right. Our midfield will more or less still be the same. Yeah. Midfield should be the same. Yeah. Not much change.
Bergwijn's back though, so maybe we're going to see a front three: Lucas, Kane, Bergwijn. I hope so.
But Royal's okay, so I guess will he play the 3-5-2?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I hope we play 3-5-2.
Right. Maybe he should
I hope we do,
change.
'cause you get the best out of Kane when you play 3-5-2. When you play him in a 3, it's just not working.
Yeah, that's true. But the thing is that if you take out Royal and put Bergwijn in Royal's space, but Bergwijn is on the left. Yeah.
Jesus, what's my phone? Just there you go, Jay. You just say Fashweda. But that's my phone popping up for no reason whatsoever.
Fashweda.
I was like, I haven't turned the volume on YouTube. I haven't even got it on YouTube today. It's normally me that does that by mistake.
I think Thiago clipped you.
No, I didn't.
No, it was me, but my phone's just died. But I had it on
your
pause,
phone.
and it just decided to unpause it for no reason whatsoever.
Oh, it was you. All right.
Exactly on Fashweda.
Right on cue. Fashweda.
See, and unfortunately, it wasn't deliberate. It was funnier than my jokes in the first place.
And it's still you.
Yeah, I know. Ironically, if it doesn't come from me directly, it's funnier.
All right. But come on, guys. Coming to this scenario now. The newspaper put out that Conte had this meeting with Levy and Paratici, and he's identified 3 positions, right? And we are looking only at 1 at the moment. So that most probably will disappoint Conte. So I guess Conte will put out
Levy
the first
just
strike.
wants 1 position. Ben Dover.
Oh dear.
Jamie on Pun Central.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm no, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. But guys, seriously, right? Coming back down to all this, time is running short. Maybe there are deals going behind. No, Archer's been saying the cars going in and out. Looks not the regular cars, right? And there should be some business going on, right? We all hope for that. Being Spurs fan, we've always been hoping for that, for business to go on, right? And to be concluded, to get some players in. But by the time, like Brian, you were saying, right? By the time they come in, right, then they'll be going on their international break, and then if being Spurs, right, when they go on to the international break and they'll come back injured, we won't see these players at all.
Well, the thing is, look, if we go for Adama Traore, who I think we might be interested in, maybe having a game of thumb war or paper, rock, scissors or whatever, to see if we should maybe move on, maybe possibly sounding out an interest. Yes, there's rumours Chelsea. Yes, there's rumours West Ham. Yes, move for the guy. Move. And if we get these players in, other players are looking right now. Right, the closer, the longer, the shorter the window gets, people are thinking, right, we can't really start a fresh bid for this guy. We need to start going on a guy that may be wanting to leave and is open. A team is open to a transfer. So then you've got a lot of teams starting to funnel down into the same kind of catch or pool of players, and then the other teams come in, and then you've got to think we lost both games to Chelsea. The Filth did what they did. We got a hard game Leicester, got an even harder game Chelsea away, and I'm not just saying harder because they're better, but because of our record there, and there's nothing there to help the team. And then after that Chelsea game, it's like, yeah, well done, sign. See you later. Here's your passport. Go to whatever country it is you represent. Bye. See you later. Then they come back. Now, we all know with internationals, we pick up injuries or COVID cases come back or quarantine or whatever it is. But then they've got to get into Antonio's training fitness scheme and get into his way of playing and his fitness demands, which is going to take till late February. That's 2 months.
Wasted.
2 months. When you could have had a player in the first week, second week of January, had 2 weeks with them, got them up to some kind of par. When they came back into the school, it's just a mess once again. I looked today, I've been going through today the debate I had with Ben on the 6th of January and looking at all the comments going, do you know what? All the ones that were going, oh, he's an idiot, he doesn't know what he's talking about, it's the 6th of January, calm down. They're like, do you know what? Panic. And that's where we are now. That's where we are, and people think this is acceptable.
Well, it's not a case of acceptable. We go through this cycle of, well, maybe this time it'll be different, and we have this sort of little bit of optimism that we're trying to muster, and then the old routine kicks in.
Yeah. But
if we can't be just continually negative and assume it's going to be every time, because at some point something's got to change. Because if it doesn't, what's the sign of madness? Doing the same thing, expecting different results.
It doesn't, Jamie. I went into this window hearing it's different this time. Conte's here, Paratici's here. Here we go. Levy's promising money. This is going to happen. This is the window. We're going to do it. And right now we are in a shout of top four. Do I think we'll get it? No, especially with the squad we got. We have a chance of top four, which, funnily enough, this parasite doesn't understand, brings a wealth of riches. But no. Why should we spend on the team? Why should we spend on the team when we can easily just hike the prices of food up 7%? 7% is nothing in the grand scheme of things. Why should fans like Chris Ackenbar, Arthur, and every other season ticket holder, I don't spend in there, so it makes no difference. He can lower it by 100%. I still wouldn't take anything from him for free. Why is it acceptable that the fans have to pay all these increases? I don't think that if Dusan Vlahovic signed and Kessie signed this window, Arthur and Chris Ackenbar will probably go, here you go, have my 7%. I don't care. Have it. Here you go. I'll even contribute it. But there's nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing of why these two spend. Chris, how long have you been a season ticket holder for?
I'm not, unfortunately.
Okay, you're a member, yeah?
I'm a member, but I'm not a season.
How many years have you been a member for?
Oh, I can't remember. Years.
There you go. So why should Chris have to pay his membership and then try and get tickets, make his way down, pay the extra money, do everything that the club asked, whether they buy shirts or not? Why should they do that and then have to pay 7% for what on the pitch? So they can see Matt Doherty at left back.
That's true. Right. But there are a lot of willing fans who still just go there and do what they do. Right. That's the thing, is that now, like what Arthur's always been saying, right? We're going to stop the tills from ringing, then he'll feel the pain. Right. But at the moment, there's a large proportion of our fans, so are just fans, right? To go there to enjoy themselves and spend money. Right. To spend money. Right. But to come down to it, right, to tell the truth, I've been monitoring Arsenal, right? They're really pushing for Dusan. They're really trying to go for him. But I think we're still quite lucky. He's reluctant, right, at the moment, because he still wants to play in the Champions League. That's what you see. So it comes down to, if we don't, yes, Thiago, go ahead.
From AFTV 40 minutes ago, just on my Twitter, according to Calcio Mercato, Fiorentina have accepted Arsenal's offer for Vlahovic.
Please don't say that again. Please don't say that again.
And I think last week we had some links saying that Adama Traore wanted to be Ousmane Dembele's replacement at Barcelona. Today, Xavi said if Dembele doesn't sign a new contract in the next few days, they will try to offload Dembele in January. So Ousmane Dembele might be going. If he goes,
Thiago, remember Eugene has a red button. He can shut you down anytime.
We're getting updates, right? It's not Thiago's fault, right?
No, these aren't updates. These are down dates.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're updates. It's an update, but it's a downer, right? It's an update.
I swear to God, if Arsenal sign Dusan Vlahovic, what you would have seen from Daigle will feel like Charlie Chaplin in a silent movie.
All I can hear is, all I know is I'll hear some kind of plane engine starting up and Dan Buster's tune in the background, and you'll be leaving the room en route to the Spurs Stadium.
Yeah. Big up to Emzo. Brian. Yeah, Emzo. Reads Emzo's message.
Hey, Brian. What day is protest next week? Might pop into. Mate, if you can do, listen, we are protesting every single non-match day. Times I will probably tweet. We're aiming to get there like 8-9 o'clock every single morning. Although tomorrow, as I'm going with Simeon to Leicester, the reason I'm going as well is Ben has got some wedding commitments that he's got to do with Ashley, who is a darling. I love that woman. Seeing that he won't get to watch the game, I'm going to the studio tomorrow to do Good Morning Tottenham and the Leicester player ratings and everything. So I'll be in the studio tomorrow. But I think I'm finishing there about 1 o'clock. And then I'm getting there. Hopefully there'll be more people. I think there should be more people there tomorrow before I get there, but I will be joining after. But then Friday I'll be there early. Saturday I'll be there early. Sunday, obviously, it's Chelsea. We're not going to... And then all international week. And then the marathon one where I will be there if it's still the same, or even if it's still not the same, if it's not acceptable what we've got, I'll be there from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. gone. I actually probably got midnight in case we put any bids in and they go for the 2-hour extension. So I could be there anytime on transfer deadline day from 9 a.m. to 1 a.m. the next day.
First time in a while, we've got the bun making a comment.
Danny Kiriakou. It's Danny Kiriakou.
And if you look at Johnny Einstein's comment, don't be stupid, Brian. Arsenal won't get Vlahovic. As good players don't move in the January, remember?
Of course, yeah, silly me. Silly, I swear to God, if this one goes through, anyone that said that to me, and anyone that said that on We Are Tottenham TV, just prepared. I've actually said as well, if things like this happen, all I'm going to say, I'm either going to go British or North American, where I'm either going to say no comment or I plead the fifth. That's going to be my. That's going to be because I'm just going to say okay, let's or don't. I'm seriously getting wound up with Dusan Vlahovic.
Well, patience has a limit, and Arsenal can offer the money, and they don't have a striker right now. They're a good team with a good base who are playing good football. If he comes, he will start every single week. We cannot guarantee that because people are going to say we need to play Harry Kane. Vlahovic and Kane together will not work. Conte, when he plays with two up front, he plays with a big striker like he did with Lukaku and a smaller, faster striker like he did with Martinez in Inter Milan. Vlahovic and Kane together will not work.
But you know what, Thiago? How good would it be to have a second striker, or to say, Kane, have a rest, Dusan's coming in for a little while so you can rest and avoid your injury?
No,
or here's a real shocker. Buy a third striker. There's nothing in the world to say we have to have one striker. If you're going to make your team competitive.
That's not what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, do you really think Dusan Vlahovic will come to Spurs when he knows he's going to be on the bench pretty much every single game for Kane? He won't. He wants to come to play.
Mate, what you got to remember, Thiago, if we go another window signing no one or not bringing in quality, who's to say Kane's not going to kick off at the end of the season and say, right, I stayed again, and then this time, I guarantee you there's something written in paper on paper to say if this don't happen, I can leave. Guaranteed. Shame, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. And there'll be something there. So if we don't bring in reinforcements to show we mean business, if the parasite goes, you know what? Wait, this summer is the summer we go absolutely batshit crazy and we bring everyone in. How many times has he heard it?
But if Vlahovic doesn't want to come to be a backup,
if Vlahovic doesn't want to come, he doesn't want to come. But make the bid, make the interest, show that you care.
No, yeah, I completely agree. But for me, my point is, in the end of the day, I agree with what you're saying. But my main point that worries me is that Vlahovic right now is saying no to Arsenal, but Arsenal can offer things we are not willing to offer, and he wants to come to the Premier League. He wants to go to the next level. If we don't offer anything, he'll say, yeah, I'm not going to Juventus because they don't have the money to pay for me. Spurs, am I going to play? Are they really interested in me? I'm going to go to Arsenal. Good club, playing good football, young players, fighting for top 4 in England. It's not 100% sure they're going to get, but they are not a bad team. I'm going to go Arsenal. And then we're here with no one. If we cannot sign a top-class striker right now, there's one guy, Gianluca Scamacca. He plays for Sassuolo. He's not expensive, and he's very, very good. He's very good, at least for a backup striker.
There was mention that, well, of course, there was mention we had been looking at him, but that has about as much weight as
keeping tabs FC as always. It's not the same.
Yeah, and subs, if you're still watching, right? I just sent you the link, and Johnny, if you want the link, I'll send it to you. Just let me know, right, guys? Yeah. And I know it's going to be very upsetting if Dusan really goes to Arsenal, right? But what Thiago says is very true, right? Dusan and Kane might not be able to play together, but what Brian says is very true too, right? We do need another striker, right? Not to say even backup or to play alongside Kane. We just need strikers, right? I don't understand. We've been a team, right, in the past where we used to have 3 really good strikers up front. Right, 3 strikers, just strikers, right? But nowadays we only got 1, and we've been using that 1 striker for the past 7 years, and he's burnt out now. We can tell that he's burnt out, right? Mentally burnt out, physically burnt out, and that's what Levy's been doing. All right, maybe I don't know. Maybe we should report to the labor department, right, for abuse of the players. Right, that's how I see it. Right, and let me go through some of the chats. Right, and let's say Kuva says the transfer window at Spurs, there's very little doings going anywhere. Doings, right? And Danny says this, Thiago Samanka, I think, will go to Juventus. Romano says that they want Vlahovic in the summer but can't afford him. They'll go all out for Samanka.
I would definitely go for Jonathan David from Lille. That guy is unbelievable.
Yeah. And that's Alan, right? Hi, boys. Hope you're all well. Hope you're well too, Alan. Right? Hope you're well. Right? And the link is out there. You can hop on, Alan. You know where to find the link, right? But Dusan going to Arsenal, of course, it'll break all our hearts again, right? Because we've been hi Kim.
So Kim Han.
Yeah, right. Dusan going to Arsenal will break our hearts again because we've been linked to him since last season, right? Last transfer window, summer transfer window. We were linked to Dusan too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were linked to Dusan. We were linked to Martinez, right? And somehow or another, we're allergic. Brian, we're allergic to strikers. Right?
We're allergic to anything in any way, mate. We're allergic to We signed a scout in January the 19th.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, we said this before. We keep banging on about strikers. I agree we need them. But we also need them, more defenders and a good midfield.
Yeah,
We haven't
creative
got
midfielder.
Creativity.
No.
creativity.
Yeah.
We don't need a lot, do we, Arthur?
Sorry?
So we don't need a lot, do we?
No, not a lot.
Mhm.
3 positions.
Yeah, but Arthur, haven't you noticed? It's always been that it's always been 3 players, right? That it's always been that 3 players that will move us forward. It's always been that 3 players that we never get.
Yeah.
So we've been through it, back and forth all the time.
This other situation I want to raise with the rest of the panel is, I heard it again this morning about getting Ericsson. Ericsson's a dodgy situation. That man could collapse and die on us. You know, you don't want somebody like that. And that's not being nasty, but you've got to think properly. Use your head, not your heart. And I don't think taking Ericsson back would be the right thing.
Okay. Oh, Danny, you want to hop on? No problem. No camera, no problem. I'm cool with it. No issue. You know where the link is, right, Danny? You can find it. Not Brian will send you the link.
Yeah, I'll send you the link now.
Yeah.
No, he needs to come on with the camera. No bun, no fun. We need to see the bun.
He's working. He can't show the bun. Right.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Okay,
That's brilliant.
to our American viewers, that is his hairstyle, not his butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We hope that's the case.
If it's not the case, then this is a totally different show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're not in the love lounge. Sorry.
Okay, we're not in the love lounge. Right? No, but always 3 players. Always never get the 3 players. And like what? Conte's identified 3 players to get us top 4. It's always a chicken egg thing. We can't get top 4. We won't get quality players in, right? We got the best coach in the world, and we won't get the best quality players in. So, what can we say anymore? Right? What can we say anymore?
I mean, Conte yesterday looked defeated. He's just like, just give me something. I just need something.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Conte has really had that I am the coach moment. So since Poch had the I'm the coach moment, right? And when Jose had I'm the coach moment, and look what happened. Ain't there anymore. Yeah. But hold on, guys. This needs a special introduction. Hello. Yep. Do.
Daddy Kiriakou. It's Daddy Kiriakou.
How's everyone doing? How is everyone?
Yeah.
As you can hear, in our state of frustrated apathy.
Tiago, I want to say, I like that. No fun, no bun. That's quite a good one.
No bun, no fun. No bun.
Yeah, you can use it both ways.
Especially if it's one from Greg's.
Oh God. Yeah, so, I mean, we're talking about the calamities of our club, basically.
We've been talking for so many years. Then,
yeah, too long now. I think we need a new job.
Well, we know someone needs a new job. It's current chairman.
It's Daigle's best mate.
They're frenemies.
I swear to God. I'd love to become friends with benefits with him, but the benefits would be I get to punch him in the fucking face every day.
I mean, these I mean, do you know what? I've been one up the fun, no harm done. That's a good one. You know, these it's quite funny. I've been like messaging a lot of these delusional Arsenal fans on Twitter, thinking they're going to get Vlahovic, especially that Eagle guy, Egal, or whoever he is, who goes on that.
Yeah.
I was on a Spurs chat with him on a chat, with him on a Twitter space last week, and yeah, I mean, he is so fucking delusional. It's unbelievable. I mean, if you
Who's sorry, Daddy?
you know that Egal, he goes
Oh,
on
Jesus.
Football
Oh.
Terrace. Yeah. Anyway, I've been speaking to quite a few delusional Arsenal fans, and it's quite funny to see that they all think, oh yeah, we're getting Vlahovic. Mate, Vlahovic is not going to go to a piece of shit club like Arsenal, right? Cheating scumbags. Let's have it right. He's not going to go there. Romano already said yesterday that it's incredibly difficult because the negotiations between clubs is not the problem. The negotiation between the player, the agent, and Arsenal is the big problem. Number one, the manager of Fiorentina does not want him to leave. He loves Vlahovic. He doesn't care what Fiorentina think. If he can keep him as long as he can, he will keep him. Vlahovic has already said that he wants to stay to try and get the club back into Europe for the first time in a long time. Right? He is not leaving mid-season. He could have gone to any club he wanted to if he really wanted to, right? But the reason why he's staying is because he wants to see, he knows, because he's not fucking stupid, right? And he's got his head screwed on, that if he goes to Arsenal, he's going to ruin any chance he has of going to a much better club in a much better position with a much better project, right? That is the reason why he's not going to go to that scumbag team, right? If he does, then I don't want him and I don't have no respect for him, because it shows to me that the guy only gives a shit about money, right? The only reason he's going to go to Arsenal is if they offer him like ridiculous wages, like Aubameyang wages, like 300 grand a week, right? With a huge signing on fee. Now, to me, I don't want any player that wants to come to a club for money. They can go fuck themselves, right? That's my opinion on Vlahovic. I don't want him anywhere near Spurs, no matter how good he is, right? Because I don't want anyone holding the badge ransom for a wage packet, like Ndombele did, right? I don't want it. I just don't want to see that anymore. Now, if he waits to the summer, which it seems to be he wants to, because he seems to have his head screwed on, then he's going to have a lot of options in the summer, right? Now, if he wants to come to the Premier League, if he will go to the club that in the Champions League that offers him the opportunity, if that's Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Man City, whoever it is, if they offer him an opportunity and they're in the Champions League, he will go to them. It's as simple as that. It's that simple. Doesn't matter if it's Tottenham, doesn't matter if it's Arsenal. It's a Champions League club that guy's going to. He ain't going anywhere else, right? If it's not, now it looks like Juventus can't afford him, so they want to go for Skamaka, right? That's what Romano was saying. That's what some other reporters have been saying. That I can see. Now, I wouldn't mind him because he's a cheaper option. But obviously, you have to go for the best, really. Ideally, we want the best. And for me, Skamaka is a far better player than Vlahovic is. Vlahovic is a far better player than Skamaka. And yeah, I would definitely go for Vlahovic. And but the thing is, I don't think we will. I think another club's going to go for it because it's going to be a massive triangle kind of effect with the summer window with strikers. Because as soon as Haaland goes, as soon as Mbappe leaves, it's going to open up holes in those clubs. Now, Mbappe doesn't play as a number 9 he doesn't play as the number 9 for PSG. He plays more like a winger. So it's always like Pochettino's struggling to kind of get them all three into the team. Now, yeah, they might go for like an actual number 9 because they have Messi, but Messi, because of his age and he's not as quick as he used to be, he kind of plays more centrally most of the time. So it wouldn't surprise me if they go for like another winger or something like that in the summer. I'd be surprising if they go for a Vlahovic. I'd be quite surprised if I'm honest. I think the clubs you're going to have to look out for is the teams like Real Madrid, Barca, Man City, Dortmund. They're going to be, and maybe Bayern Munich. They're the teams that you're going to have to look out for Vlahovic. I can't see him going anywhere else. I think Dortmund is a good step up for him if he wants to go to a different league, but it looks like he wants to go to a club in the Champions League that's in the Premier League. That's what it seems. Unless he goes to one of the top clubs, like the elite clubs, like the Bayerns and the Real Madrids. And I personally, I think Haaland's going to Man City. So if he goes, then it opens up the space in Dortmund. Whether or not they go for him, I don't think so, because I think they've been trying to get Adiemi from Salzburg, and they've really been pushing. And I think that's who they want. Obviously, Adiemi is a striker. They like to go for young strikers. And he is up there with one of the best young talents in Europe at the moment, especially strikers. He's unbelievable. I watch him for Germany. I watch him for Salzburg. In the Champions League, he is fucking brilliant, that kid. He's so good. His left foot is dynamite. But yeah, he's going to be a top talent. So I wouldn't surprise me if they go for him. So if they get him, that rules Dortmund out. Then Juventus, I cannot see going for him. They just don't have the money. So then it leaves Bayern Munich, which it depends if they want to move forward with Lewandowski, which I don't think they will just yet. And I don't think he's going to go to them because he's not going to. They play with one striker, so I don't think he's going to go there. Then it leaves you with Barcelona and Real Madrid. Now Real Madrid have got Benzema. Are they going to go for another striker if they go and get Mbappe? I doubt it, because Benzema's one of their best players, and he's kind of like a bit like fine wine. He's kind of he's getting better with age, Benzema. So
Lewandowski.
Well, Benzema as well. I mean, like for Real Madrid. So if they get Mbappe, which it looks like they will, they're going to have Mbappe and Benzema, and then they'll have like one of the youngsters on the wings, like Vinicius Junior or someone like that. So I can't see him going there. That leaves Barcelona. Maybe they might go for him, but that's a big possibility. Barcelona. They're probably the ones I probably worry about more than anyone.
Do they have the money to pay for Vlahovic though?
I think they do. I think they do.
150 million in total, because it's agents plus wages plus the money.
The thing is, though, you know when they say these deals, right? This is what really annoys me when they say, "Oh, it's 150 million for the whole deal." First of all, we don't pay him 5 years' wages all in one go, right? So that's the first thing. You take out what the wage bill is, because that's not what we pay the club or him, right? Straight away, what we pay them is the fee for the player and the signing on fee and the agent fee. That's what we pay. And like you could say that to anyone about, if you look at Ndombele's deal, he's probably worth 100 million just by himself with his wages, right? So, but no one says that because we don't pay the wages all in one go. So we have to. When people say
Danny,
150 million,
Danny, we don't even pay the transfer fee all in one go.
Well, this is exactly it, especially Tottenham.
Danny, a bit you're forgetting, Danny. A bit you're forgetting this whole thing. I hope and pray Vlahovic don't go to Arsenal, but you've got to remember, Vlahovic can say, "I don't want to go. I want to stay till the end of the season." His agents can say that, but if someone gets on the phone to like what happened with any player, if someone says, "Right to the chairman, what does it take to get a player out?" and they go X, Y, Z. And Arsenal go, "Okay, here's X, Y, Z." They will go, "Okay, talk to the player." Just like what happened with, and they're nowhere near the same class. You will listen to a story by Harry Redknapp with Benjani at Portsmouth when they went to Man City. They got an offer. They're like, "We're accepting it." And he's like, "I don't want to go." And then Harry Redknapp was like, "No, you go," because they wanted to spend the money elsewhere. Fiorentina have to start looking. If they're going to get rid of Vlahovic and someone's going to offer the money, they've obviously got a replacement ready, and if Vlahovic could turn it down. Don't get me wrong, Vlahovic could turn it down. But if Fiorentina say I want 85 million and Arsenal go 85 million, they're going to be allowed to talk to him.
But this is the thing, that what Romano said yesterday, he's basically said the problem is not the agent fees or the transfer fee. The fees between the clubs is not the issue. That is literally can be done in an instant. Arsenal are prepared to pay what they want for fees, for whatever it is. That's not the problem. Is Vlahovic doesn't want to go to Arsenal because what Romano said previously was he's not sure on the project, and he's not sure on the manager, and he's not sure on the team. Right now, if him and his agent and their camp are saying that already, right, then for me that's telling me that he wants to see what they do until the end of the season. If they get top 4, I reckon he'll go there, right? Because Arsenal pay him probably more wages than anyone else would, right? But I just can't see Arsenal finishing the top 4. I think it'll be either Man United or Spurs. My personal opinion. I think look, Spurs can get the top 4 if those players come back from injury, and we're lucky with injuries, we can get the top 4 because we've only got 1 game a week. I know people said we got the 4 games in hand, but it's only going to be 2 weeks of games in hand. It's 2 or 3 weeks with midweek games, and it's not going to be a lot for the rest of the season. Right? We'll probably lose to fucking Brighton in the FA Cup. I don't think we're going to get past them. But yeah, I'd be surprised if he does go to Arsenal this window.
What you're saying, what you're saying is correct. And furthermore, the manager doesn't want him to leave, right? Unless the manager wants him to leave, then it's a different story. If the manager doesn't want him to leave, then
like the club can try and force him, right, and say, "Oh, you won't play on the bench," but the manager will not let that happen because the manager loves Vlahovic, and he said how key he is and how he needs him for this European challenge, this challenge to get to the European spots. So there's no way that Vlahovic will drop him, the manager will drop him. And if the club decides to say, right, well, if you don't go, then we're not playing you. I can't see that happening because he's still got a year and a half left on his contract. So it'd be a very difficult situation for the club and the fans and the manager if they say, well, no, you're not playing him now because your best player doesn't want to leave because he wants to do better for himself and his career. It won't sit well with everyone. So that's my opinion. That's what I think. So I think that they've got no choice but to wait until the summer. And I think, if anything, Fiorentina actually want to keep him. From what Romano and DiMaggio were saying, and a few other reporters, that they actually want to keep him this window. But if a club comes up with what they want, then they'll listen to offers, right? So this is where Arsenal come in, and Arsenal seem to be ready to kind of pay what they want, but the player doesn't want to know. And it's as simple as that. The player doesn't want to know. And yeah, I mean, look, we're never going to get Vlahovic anyway. I can never see us getting him. I think we'll go for like if Juve don't get him, like a Samaka or someone like that. But I read a report today that they're looking, that Paratici's trying to find, the quotes were, quality players for no fee.
What?
I've been about to have a breakdown.
Breakdown. So I saw this report, right? I had it open. I can't remember where it is now, but basically it was talking about what Paratici's looking for the window in the summer, and apparently the quote was that he's looking for quality players with no fees. So that tells me players coming towards the end of their contract. Now, someone like Vlahovic is going to demand way too much money, and because Tottenham want to fund Levy Land and they want to fund the new home, the cinema, the IMAX cinema, the sports centre, and all this kind of crap, right? We're not going to put money into the team. It's not happening. People need to get this out of their heads, right? People think we're going to have this amazing transfer window in the summer. It ain't happening. If we can't get those free transfers they wanted to get or they want to get, we are going to be in for a shit summer. I'm telling you this right now. It's not going to go the way we want it to go. And I've said that Conte is going to be gone before his contract finishes, and I still stand by that. Just because I think this club is a toxic, disgusting club, and I think that they ruin every single person that comes into this club.
This is the thing about things like this come out. Now everyone knows what I tweeted yesterday, and Daddy has been my Rottweiler that hasn't seen fucking food for 3 weeks last night. There are still people that are like, why are you still moaning? Oh, look, there's only 2 of you, or there's only 3 of you, or 4 of you. Oh my God, I'm really sure Levy's scared. And they accept this. They actually accept this. They sit there and go, do you know what? He's a great chairman. He's done great for the club. Look where we are. Look what we're doing. I mean, I must admit, when I said to my dad, what football team should I support? He did sit down and say, well, what you really want to do? I mean, I've listened to my dad tell me stories about his era. I listened to my grandpa tell me about the early 20s, 30s, 40s. About my dad tell me about the 60s, 70s. And they both said to me, wait till a team that has 2 pitches, a skywalk and a cinema. That's the team you need to support because that team is going somewhere. Oh my God. What do people have to do? Someone shared a tweet with me today. And it said, we built a stadium for 35,000 more people, only for it to be 17,000 people empty at the last game. Yes, it was COVID and whatever. But where have we changed on the pitch? Where's the improvement? Where's the... If you offered me everything we have now, See that, Dad? And say, can we have White Hart Lane? I want to sit back in White Hart Lane. I love that stadium, what it represents, and what it should deliver. But it ain't delivering shit.
Yeah,
It's delivering delivering on a property project where he can carry on buying up the entire area. Thankfully, I found out through Graham, who knows a lot of people. Danny knows who Graham is. Chitkin refused to be bought by Daniel Levy. They keep putting offers in. They're like, nope. They just will not entertain it. But he's buying everything else up. Everything.
Yeah, he's buying all. Enoch and Tavistock, or Enoch own most of the land around the ground, and obviously they own the freehold of all those shops opposite the ground, where all those shops are, where the Chick King is, and all those shops. They own the freehold for all of those buildings, apart from one or two. And all they want to do is keep buying up the area. I'm telling you, Enoch and Tavistock want to do what Tavistock have done in Orlando, and they want to basically own Tottenham. They basically want to own the land of Tottenham. That's what they want to do, right? And they're branching out to Enfield where they bought the golf course, right? That's where they're going to build one of the first women's football academies, like proper football academies, which is also going to be used as the NFL training ground. And they want to have, obviously, they've got enough land to build a public park, which is what they want to do. They're buying up so much land in and around Enfield and Tottenham area. It's ridiculous. And this is where the money goes. And this is why they keep saying, oh, but we have no money. Oh, yes, right. We made, 50 million on the Anthony Joshua fight, right? Oh, where's that money gone? Oh, no, sorry, we don't have no money. We don't have no money, guys. We're going to have to try and get free players or fucking promising youngsters that are fucking £10 million a pop, which end up wasting money in the end. It's just, look, I think we'll be very, very lucky to get one player in this window. And I see all these rumours about Dele Alli and leaving on loan, Tanganga leaving on loan. Look, people need to forget, right? Yeah, we need them gone, but if we lose them right now, we're fucked. We're even more fucked than we are, because we haven't got depth in our squad. We're having to rely on these players for depth, and if they get rid of them just because they need to get them off the wage bill or save money, and we don't bring anyone else of a better standard than them, then we are going to be finishing 8th, 9th this season easily.
Danny, hold on. Chris, you need to go.
Yeah, I'm going to get back to it.
All right, Chris.
See you guys later.
See you guys later. All right.
See you, Chris.
See you, Chris.
All right. Take
See you,
care.
buddy.
Yep. And Ellen, welcome, Ellen. Before you have your say, let me do a big shout out to Chris. Haven't seen Chris in a long time. Big
up, Chris.
Shout out. Big up, Chris. All right. And of course, Mark Swift. Mark Swift is always here. All right. Big up to Mark Swift. All right.
Daigle 316 in the house, Swifty.
Yep. And Ellen, how have you been doing, Ellen? Feeling better?
A little bit, but not real.
Yeah. And no signings has not helped you, right?
No, but to be honest with you, I don't even bother putting the TV on there. It's no point. I've cancelled Sky. What's the point? No point listening to something that ain't going to happen, is it?
Do you know what? To hear Alan say that, seriously, you know that means something. Like I can come on and say all this shit. Arthur can, Tiago can, Danny most certainly can, Jamie can, but Alan, who has been, he's not Levy in or anything, but he's just Levy hope, Levy do something. Yeah. But when you hear someone like Alan come on and say so, this is where it means, and this is when I start getting pissed off, because there's people that are supported. In Australia, you've got William Kelly and people like that, and all the Celery Agian and Bryce. In Canada, you've got me and Cody. In America, you've got Will. And I keep lifting YouTube a day, but I'm talking about the whole worldwide Spurs community. Yeah. And we may not be able to get to games that we live in a foreign country, but we get up at stupid o'clock in the morning, or Tiago in Brazil, stupid o'clock late at night, whatever it may be for his time zone. And he's wearing are you wearing that away shirt? Yeah, you are. Wearing, you know what I mean? He's got the away shirt in and spent money and done everything in his power to support his team and be there and stand up and say, I'm a Spurs fan. The crazy things that people, the worldwide Spurs fans do to support this club, not just with financial, I mean with their time, commitments. You got to remember, I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to watch the Spurs If Spurs are on at 7, I'm up at 4 in the morning. I wake my wife up because I'm getting up. I have to turn the light on because I'm getting dressed against the, and then she can't get back. The extent of things we go to watch Spurs, and you two in Manila, and this is what you get. And you get someone like Alan now, like, fuck Sky, why am I paying Sky? But no, we're wrong. We should celebrate the Skywalk and the 2 pitches and the longest bar in Europe, and we're having a cinema and 72 houses. Let's all celebrate that.
Yeah.
Because next window we have the money to spend.
Can I have a question, right?
Don't get me wrong, Bri. I mean, my birthday falls in April, and my daughter's taking me to the Spurs Stadium tour with Mickey Hazard on the 27th. Exactly, which is actually on my birthday itself. So I'm getting to meet one of my top boys, because I mean you're like Arthur. I'm more from that area. Oh, sorry, I'm back from that way more. You know, I used to go as a kid. I used to go to football week in, week out, and I used to I used to live near Bruce Grove, which you all know where that is if you're football. Yeah. Right. I used to walk from Bruce Grove as a 9-year-old or 10-year-old on my own. You know, in them days to go and watch Spurs play. You know what I mean? You wouldn't let your kids down the road at 10 years old now on their own.
No, that's true.
I used to walk from there to Spurs every bloody week. If it weren't the league game, it was a combination game. If it weren't a combination game, and my dad let me go out in the evening, I'd go and see one of the under 23s. You know, I can remember watching Hoddle and Hazard and that coming through the system. But mate, I'll tell you something. You know, I really thought he was going to do something this first window. I thought he would do something. I didn't expect a lot, but I didn't expect fucking nothing. You know what I mean?
That's what I wanted to ask, Alan. I want to kind of ask you and people in the panel, like, do you actually believe that we're going to sign any player? I mean, the most likely one looks like Traore, but that's not enough, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
I don't want it, Dan. I don't want Traore. Right?
Yeah, I think,
because I just don't think he ain't got the end product. It's no good having someone that takes 2 or 3 players out of the way if he can't make the pass to do the damage.
It's a token gesture. That's all it is.
Yeah,
it's always a token gesture, right?
And that's what Conte's becoming.
I'm going to remind you guys of something that was said a while ago. When I first met Levy, 21, 22 years ago now, and he said, I'm a fan just like you all are. We're going to take the Spurs over and we're going to turn us back to being the best club in the league, right? Here we are, 21, 22 years on. Where are we?
Yeah.
So Arthur, the serious question to you right now, and I mean this seriously, did you believe him, or do you look back and think, do you know what, he was a lying shit back then, and it was all just a big fucking...
Got to realise, it was the first time I'd ever met him, and I'd never had anything to do with this guy before, so I sort of thought, oh right, you know, looks good, but I'm always, perhaps it's the nature of my profession as an accountant and tax advisor, I always keep a bit in reserve, and that's exactly what I did with him. But I look back now and say, what a lying, deceitful son of a bitch that man is. Right? Because that's exactly what he is, a lying, deceitful son of a bitch. Yep. He should not be running a football club because he doesn't know how to.
Yeah,
like I said, once he gets out of the club, I wish him nothing but the best for the rest of his life. Him, his family, do what you want with money, build what the fuck you want away from top. I don't give a monkey's what you do. Live a long and happy, healthy life. Have grandchildren, have whatever, be as happy as you want. But whilst you are at the throne of my club, you are public enemy number 1. FBI have their most wanted list. Well, I only have a wanted list of 1.
Yeah.
and that's it. That's
I've got to say something, boys. I've got to say something. I mean, and I don't wish this on anybody, but I don't think we've got any hope at the moment until, and unfortunately, I don't want to say this, until Joe Lewis dies. If Jonas was to go tomorrow, right? What I've heard about his daughter is there's a good chance that she'd come in and she'd push Levy out because she loves football. This is only what I've heard, right?
I've heard something similar. She's a very passionate Spurs fan.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard.
When it's Stephen Corker that got sold because he made a comment about her ass or something. And,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
He made a report. He apparently they were in the training ground and she was walking through with the big buds.
Yeah.
And apparently Stephen Corker turned around to someone and says, "Look at the size of that arse." And apparently he was sold a week later.
Only Tottenham. Only fucking Tottenham. Honestly, I mean, Alan, from what you've just said, like from your opening statement and everything, this is the fuel that I get when people of this generation. It's like, if you look at it, Bill Nicholson, God bless him and everyone that was associated with that man. God knows what we're a shell. We're a shadow of everything everything that Tottenham Hotspur stood for. Growing up as a kid, obviously, Thiago, you're younger, so you pretty much only known Levy the whole way. I didn't see Nicholson. I grew up late Birkinshaw and so on. But I grew up in a glorious time where Tottenham Hotspur stood for something. Where Tottenham Hotspur meant something. It weren't just a name in a Premier League team sheet, in a league table. It stood for ethics. It stood for class. It stood for glory. It stood for passion. It stood for dedication. It stood for commitment. Most importantly, pride.
Yeah.
There's not one of those adjectives that actually represents Tottenham Hotspur right now. Not one of them.
Yeah. I only see his last season in Nicholson, which was a shame because, as I say, I was only a young kid, so I didn't really know. But when my dad died, we all got a bit of money, like not a lot because I didn't sell the house because my mum was still living in it. So I've decided to purchase a season ticket, and I think this was a season Levy first took over into Fibber. Now, don't get me wrong, right? I love Spurs. I didn't give a shit about the owners. I didn't really think about it much then. Yeah. I just realised, I've seen this for years, struggling under sugar. So, to be honest, I just want to get back involved. And every afternoon, I'd go stop at a pub, have a couple of pints, have a hot dog on the way to the ground. And as I'm standing up against the wall, having a hot dog, Bill Nicholson used to walk past to his bit. And I always used to say, "Good day, Mr. Nicholson, Sir Nicholson." I always used to say, "Good day, Sir Nicholson," because that man should have been knighted.
Yeah.
Compared to half the wankers, I'm sorry about the shouting, swearing, Eugene, but compared to some of the
Alan, I don't think you need to worry about that. We're me and Daniel on a stream. I think you can put the gate.
But compared to some of the wankers that get knighted, yeah, that man should have been knighted for what he'd done for football. You know,
I think this man felt to win a continental trophy.
Well, first one to win 2 continental and 2 different trophies as well. Oh. First one to do the double. First one to win 2 different European trophies.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, I was born. I mean, because I was a bit unlucky. I lost my mum when I was 6 years old. I used to live in Hornsey. I used to live in Hornsey at the bottom of Valley Pally.
Yeah.
Now, I was born at the Archway, so I could have very much been brought up. You know what I mean? Because I was spank bang in the middle of them. But my family was Spurs. My dad weren't. My dad couldn't stand football to save his life. But my sisters loved Spurs, and that's what happened. I mean, when my dad got remarried, all of a sudden we was moving from a home that I'd grown up in. Oh, right, I know I was only 9 years old, but I had all my friends there. And my sister said, "If you move without any hassle, I promise you I'll take you down to Spurs." So I did. I moved without any hassle, went to see Spurs play, and we lost bloody 2-1. Get Sheffield United.
Bloody Levy's fault that was. Bloody Levy's fault.
Yeah, I reckon he must have been in the crowd, right? You know what I mean?
I mean,
But
Brian was saying about Levy. I never actually shared this story because I just started streaming, but I started following sports around 2011, and with no disrespect, but football culture here is a little bit different because we have a lot of football culture compared to Canada, US, and
Yeah.
so on. And started supporting Spurs. Life was nice. Everything was great because I love the club and everything. And then when we start getting bigger and getting to the Champions League, that's when we start getting more media in Brazil. I was like, oh, my team is gonna play in the Champions League. It's Tottenham Hotspur. They were like, to what? What the fuck is that? What the fuck are you talking about? And I was like, oh, this club. I explained them the history, the trophies we won, the players we had. And they were like, oh, nice. But still, Spurs are a joke here in Brazil. The club is a joke because on the pitch, we don't deliver. And when I realized that I started getting older and understanding things, and I got into Twitter and I saw people who were against Levy, and I started realizing that it's when I saw the problem because in 2018 during the World Cup when Harry Kane was scoring all those goals, when Sonny scored against Germany, and when Belgium was playing with Toby, Jan, and I said, oh, these guys play for the club I support. That's when my friends started to look at us because of what those players were doing on the pitch. When we were playing the Champions League and getting to the final is when they started looking at us as a real club. And now everybody laughs at me because they think you're a joke. Why did you choose that club? And now I understand the problem because you see the other clubs, they make business, they win things, we don't. And here in Brazil, the culture is winning because like 5 World Cups for us. In the World Cup, we lost to Belgium the last World Cup. Amazing team. Everybody was crying when we lost to Germany 7-1. A civil war was about to start here.
Guys, I'm going to have to go because Graham's got here. We're going to get ready to go to
All
bed.
right.
So, guys, love you all. Speak to you very soon.
Yeah.
And as always, Levy
out.
out.
Oh, yeah.
Gentlemen, I was so desperate myself the other week. I'll be honest with you all, I actually got down on my knees and I prayed. And the voice came to me and said, what is it you actually want, Arthur? I said, I'd like to talk to Bill Nicholson. Sometimes we call him Sir Bill Nicholson. He said, was there anything he said? He said, because we've got rows and rows and rows of Bill Nicholsons. Was there anything he said to you which would point out which one you're talking about? I said, yeah. He said the game was all about glory. Oh, he said, you mean rotating, Bill?
Rotating Bill.
Think about it.
Yep, rotating Bill.
I would love for Bill Nicholson to be alive, just to see what he would say. And not like a guy that would be like Ledley King. I know he's a legend, but he works for the club, so he's not going to come out and say whatever he thinks. But I just would like to see Bill Nicholson alive to see what he would say about this club, these players, the board. It would be amazing. Like, you cannot think of a better person to represent Spurs and what we really stand for other than Bill Nicholson. So
He'd probably get Levy by the ear and drag him out of the boardroom.
Yeah.
Maybe he tried.
Bill Nicholson never took prisoners, tell you.
That's
Oh,
true.
you mean-
He used to run the club. Bill Nicholson used to run the club.
Yeah.
The owners them
Yeah, he was
days.
the boss.
The owners them days used to give him the money. Okay, but Bill Nicholson, if he wanted a player, he got that player.
Alan, they were frightened of him.
Yeah.
No, but those days are gone now, right? Nowadays, you see most of the clubs, right? What players the manager wants, usually they don't get them. Very few of them have that kind of say anymore in the club, right? maybe I think maybe Klopp, maybe Pep, right? Maybe those are the players. Those are the managers, right? Even I think Tuchel doesn't have a say. That's why I think Chelsea is crumbling now, right? I think the saga with Tuchel is that I think he wanted Kane in the summer, then Abramovich didn't get him Kane, they got him Lukaku, and it's not working out for them. So I think that's the wedge between. No, at least they got Lukaku, right? Right.
But when Nicholson was running the Spurs, the players didn't call him Bill. They said Mr. Nicholson. Total respect.
No, actually, Arthur, please take that back. I'm actually reading Perryman's book at the moment, and he insisted on them calling him Bill. All players from the age of 15, where they was just apprentices or whatever. My name's not Mr. Mickelson. My name's not Mr. This. It's Mr. That. This. My name to you, lads, is Bill. And that's what they called him. They called him to the day, But us fans, he was a sir.
Oh, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Eugene, just before continue, just in seconds, I need to go because they are working on the cables here because of the storm.
The thing is that I'm going to end the show soon too, right? It's already 1.5 hours, right? Thanks for being on, Thiago. Plug your show you have with Colin. Yeah, when's the next show coming up?
So the next show is probably going to be tomorrow or on Friday. We're still working out which time's going to be the best. We're going to talk about Spurs, have a lot of fun. You can find us on Talking Ball and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It will mean the world to us. Subscribe to all other sports channels. Great content for everyone. But yeah, tomorrow on social media, we're gonna put a tweet out saying when the next show is so you guys don't miss it. And that's it. Much love to all of us, and hopefully a win today to make the day a little bit better. So yeah, thanks for having me on, Eugene, Jamie, Alan, Arthur. Great to see you. See you soon.
Good to see you too.
Guys.
Bye. Take care. All right. Any last words from Arthur? Okay. Prediction. Yeah, I forgot the prediction part. Tonight's game. Prediction, Arthur.
Yeah. I'm going to try and watch that.
Yeah. No. The prediction. What's your prediction for tonight's game? We're away.
If we're lucky, a draw.
Okay. Alan?
Yeah, I'm with Arthur. 1-1, 2-2. I can't see anything. I mean,
okay.
It could be a no-score draw or a score draw. I've got no faith in our team at the moment. I really haven't.
Yep, Danny. I just wanted to ask you to plug Tottenham on Tour, but never mind. I'll do it for you. Right, guys, don't forget to follow Tottenham on Tour. They really breached the 2,500 mark. Hopefully, they can reach 3,000 by end of the month. Right, and of course, Brian will be whenever he's doing his protest, they'll be doing live updates and all that. When Brian's doing his protest at Hotspur Way, right?
With Kim taking the bacon rolls, Arthur?
Yeah, bacon rolls. Yeah, no bacon rolls there today. Brian's gone to the Leicester game, right? And of course, Chris Agamba say 2-1 Spurs. Oh, that's optimism for you.
Oh,
right?
Please.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah. So, any last words from Alan before I put you in the back room? But while I'll do the closing with Jamie.
As I say, so like. Sorry I didn't come on earlier, but I've just
okay.
with it, lads.
Yeah, all right. So Arthur, I'll see you later in the back room. Alan, I'll see you later in the back room.
Okay, my friend.
Take care. Hi, Jamie. Another 1.5 hours gone. Good show today, right? Derek Hutchinson is saying 4-1 Spurs. Yep, for Bob Spur. That's the Bob Spur score. Right, and just to give you guys an update on Bob Spur is, I guess, he's on the road to recovery, right? Just see how fast and how quick he can recover, right? He's on the road to recovery. That's good. That's the good news, right?
Well, shall we end on good news and not let the negativity of our circumstance? Yeah, let's not let the negativity of the transfer circumstance or prospective scores. I'm gonna. Let's do a Bob Spur 4-1, whatever the result, and let's hope, or we trust that Bob will, and believe Bob will recover, and let's hope that our club follows suit.
Yep. And of course, we give a big shout out to the guys in the chats: Derek Hutchinson, Chris Agamba, Danny Karaku was on, Mark Swift, Jason Groves, Cody Mack, right? Kirsty too, right? And who else do we have?
Well, we had
Alan.
Alan.
Is right here. Yeah, Alan's already on.
John Fitzpatrick, Derek Hutchinson,
Yep.
Kuva,
LJ,
Johnny Einstein, Amzo, Jason
Amzo,
Groves,
Jason
Vibav,
Groves,
Mr. K,
Mr. K. Yep, Mr. K. Big up to Mr. K.
Tony K,
Tony K, Dr. J, Carl,
and us.
All right, and of course, I have to say this, right? Do Danny Kriaku. Thanks for being on the show, right? And last words, Jamie, before I say my last words.
My last words are just the same as Brian's. Levy out and Tottenham till I die.
All right, Levy out.